What is one specific way I've seen God work in my life and that I'm thankful for? Oh my goodness. I just know every single day, um, little things come up that I know are God things. Like I'm driving to work and somebody cuts in front of me. I don't get in an accident, or I'm looking at my bank account and I'm just like, am I going to have enough for blah, blah, blah? And sure enough, it's always there. The millions of little things that God does for me. And when they happen, I like to go right away and say, thank you, thank you, thank you. Um, and then I forget about them about 15 minutes later. But hey, I always say thank you right away.
One thing I'm thankful for is getting introduced to Berea Baptist. I've known this church for a bit, but it's been a blessing to be coming here regularly, and everyone's always so nice and always checking in and asking. And one way I try to give back is serving in the church as much as I can.
I mean, there's always salvation. I mean, if you don't think about that at least once a day, there's something wrong with you. But then a very specific way that God has blessed me that I thank Him for just about every day is my wife. Some of us who have been prodigal need all the help we can get, and God sent her into my life at the right time, which was a little later than average, but I thank God for her daily.
In the middle of June this year, my dad was diagnosed with brain cancer in the left side of his brain, causing significant language and motor problems. So his diagnosis was on June 16th with the surgery, which took out 80% of the brain tumor a week later, and chemo and radiation starting a month after that. So that has been an incredibly hard time for me and my family, but God has been with me through the entire thing, and I had the amazing opportunity to go to camp with the youth group and at the Wilds, and I finally submitted to God. I had been saved before then, but never fully submitted. And I finally fully did at camp.
This is the day the Lord has made. We will rejoice and be glad in it. Simply speaking, I'm thankful for today. Each day is a gift from the Lord, and I want to rise up each morning with a grateful heart for His goodness and kindness to me.
Yes, the busyness of life. I love music. I'm constantly playing music, and it helps lift my spirit of thanksgiving each and every day. And I truly love the Lord and His music that He provides.
When life gets busy for me, one way I stay connected to God is through my family. And I am thankful for my family because they make sure I'm strong and connected. They bring me to church. They help me grow like a Christian. So that's why I'm thankful for my family.
Well, I think one of the things people need to do is notice the little blessings. Sometimes we go about our day and don't notice the sunshine or complain about raking leaves, but don't notice the beautiful colors God has created. I think just noticing the little things every day changes your whole attitude. And also counting your blessings, big and little.
Me is stay in His Word. That's really one of the most important things. But also just being in prayer. Any part of the day, any time I have. When I'm going on a walk or anything, just thank the Lord. Just His nature reminds me.
This question is a little bit unique. When is life not busy? That's interesting because I'm actually the one that put together these questions, and now I'm having to answer this. Life's always busy, but when it's particularly busy, what do I do? And I'm finding more and more the older I get, the more the Lord allows me to do and be a part of, I'm finding that the basics are really what I should be going back to. A faithful study of His Word and time in prayer. Those things, the fundamental, elementary parts of our faith, is what I need to go back to. And so, when life is extraordinarily busy, those simple things are very important. And as I'm studying the Word of God and I'm spending time with Him in prayer, those things that are difficult come into perspective, and they help me to realize that God in His kindness has allowed those things for a purpose.
An important part of life is examples. Are examples? Well, I had a great example of my dad. He had a lot of struggles. He had a lot of trials in his life, and I never remember hearing my dad complain once. He was just always, God's in control. And it's just, even the songs he used to sing while he was shaving, and one of his favorites was "His Eye is on the Sparrow." So I just think of Dad and think of that song.
I'm thankful for my parents because they took me on vacation and I got to see cool caves and stuff.
Hi. My mother has been very influential in my life. She's a very strong Christian influence. She takes me to church, and she also knows a lot about the Bible.
I think specifically during Pastor Appreciation Month in October, we received a few notes of encouragement, and it wasn't just to my husband, there were also notes to me, and that was a special blessing. Even pastors and their wives sometimes need encouragement that way. So I'm thankful for our church family for that.
They wrote notes to you?
Every time you start to complain, I think you need to really listen to yourself and figure out what type of person you are. Sometimes there are certain people where no matter what you say to them or what comments you make, it turns into a complaint. And I think you have to be aware of how you sound to other people and to really think about that. But also, do count your blessings. If you want to be thankful, think about the positive things in your life every day and thank the Lord for them. And as there's one song called Blessings, that even when the negative things are in your life, thank the Lord for those, because God's going to use them in the end for blessing as well.
Well, first of all, I want to say how grateful I am that you might not recognize me. I'm Pastor Spink. No tie today. Sorry about that. I'm thankful that I got to do this on Monday, which is my day off, and I don't wear a tie. You know that. At any rate, we all need to be thankful. And I trust that this year at Thanksgiving, you will grow in this area of thankfulness. It is one of the most beautiful Christian graces. You may notice behind me on the wall the faces of the former pastors of Berea Baptist Church. On the day that I am giving this, it's one day after my 43rd anniversary of starting at Berea Baptist Church. Debbie and I pulled in to Berea on November 15th, 1982. And November 16th was our first Sunday at Berea Baptist Church. Yesterday was November 16th, and I couldn't help but think about that anniversary and how God has blessed and strengthened us and protected us and been so good to us over the years. And when you look back at your life, you need to certainly have a grateful spirit. Be grateful for all that God has done for you. So here's wishing you all a very happy Thanksgiving and a happy day, and may this be a time of change for the better as you learn to be a grateful person. God bless you.